Hey everybody, welcome back to Farming Simulator 22. Scroft here. We're back on Court Farms and our contracting slash farm build series. I mean, it's more like a farm build empire series now with a massive arable field. We're not doing many contracts anymore because we kind of stepped up the ladder. We don't really need to, but lots to do in this episode. First, I just want to repair that tractor. We're going to fuel up as well. Definitely need a bit of fuel, and I'm going to talk you through the plan. We've gone through into April day 3, so we're in the day 1 before. We did all the grass silage. We mowed 2 fields because I bought a new one, and I did all the baling, so they're out in the field. I have moved over the bales from one field to the other because in this episode we're going to direct seed into that field just to try and get the precision farming score up. And I've already leased out that equipment, so that side of it is done. Tractors in the field. We're using the Massey Ferguson there, and we'll just set it going as soon as it's as soon as we drive up in a minute. We're going to take this class because we need to lease out some more stuff. I also want to spend some of this money because I've been thinking about what I want to buy. I was a little bit lost in the last episode of what to spend the money on. Part of me thought, should I pay back some of the loan? But I've decided against it. I'm going to actually invest in some really cool things. And there is something that stands out for me that's we're quite lucky really. There's 2 tractors that are in the used market kind of section at the shop. And they're brilliant. They're actually brilliant. I'd love to get both of them, but I don't think we're going to get... Well, we're definitely not going to have a chance to do that, unfortunately. We could sell 2 of the tractors and get 1 of them, but then we're losing out on a tractor, and I think it's better to have the same amount of tractors, but maybe just to improve one of them. So we're going to fly up to the shop. I am going to disconnect from this. Just need to get a bit of fuel in it. I mean, that should be enough. Yeah, it's like 3/4 full. And then we're just going to disconnect from this. I do want to do quite a lot in this episode. Obviously got some field work to do. Buy some equipment and lease out some equipment. But then also, as well, we're going to get the field sprayed. We're going to get these 2 down here mowed. So the smaller ones that we need to make some hay from, because we don't want to go into May and not miss the chance to mow, or else we probably won't get 2 cuts. Now, I do want to take this up. I want to take this to the shop. We're going to swap it out. Now, I know I bought this in the last episode, but I decided that I'm just going to get the same header as I got last time. So this is the C660. I think that's the V750, but it should fit on both. So this one's for the Lexion over here. But then we bought this Dominator in the last one, this Maxi Dominator, I think it is. Yeah, the 108. And it will fit on that. So there's no point in us just having 2 different sizes. It means if we use course plate, it'll make our life easier. I think there is a way to use 2 harvesters and set up a course plate with different header sizes, but it's just a lot easier to do it this way. So let's head up to the shop. I mean, ideally I'd want to clean off this tractor, but it should be alright. I need to change the tyres though. Definitely need to change the tyres on this, so let's just quickly, before we head up, do this, because I'm sure I've got narrow tyres already purchased for this class. So let's customise that, go to the tyres, and yeah, we don't have to pay anything for that, so we're just swapping them out. There we go, job done. Job done. Right, so that's all set up, narrow tyres are on. It's going to follow me in the JCB, hopefully. Everything's working all right. Come on, mate. It's faffing. Right, let's get to the shop. We'll stop on the way because I want to set the Massey going. It is already set up. It just needs to be, activated to go around the field. So that's not a problem at all. Like I said, we want to come back and do some mowing on these 2 fields here. I also need to get out on the other field, the big crop field, and spray some fertiliser. So we're going to have to buy a bit of fertiliser, liquid fertiliser, because I haven't got any. I've got some solid. I've also got some herbicide, but I haven't got any liquid fertiliser. So we're going to make sure we purchase that and lease out as well some equipment. Now, I have got quite a few things to do. You can see that I have moved out as well the bales that were in this field. So I've just moved them out of the way so we can work on it. So many bales to sell, and they're already at 95% as well. So we're going to get them sold as soon as they're ready. It's going to be, again, another massive influx of cash. Right, so there we go. That's all set up. leased that out, so we don't own that, but it's leased out, and it's direct seeding in some grass seeds. So that's going to be a lot better. We need to do lime on it as well, but we can sort that out after it's been planted. Let's carry on. Let's get up to the shop, and we can hopefully buy some really cool stuff. Right, so here we are. I'm hoping that guy can do that turn. That was a bit silly, but I'm hoping he can. I think he's not going to want to do that. In fact, it's probably better if... yeah, it's probably better if we just jump in and take over. We're going to have to back it in anyway to sell it. It's a shame. We've just bought this and we might lose out a bit of money doing this, but it's going to be worth it. I might have to lift it up as well with the super strength, unfortunately, to get it on. Right, so first thing, let's get this sold. So we just want to sell that. 11,000. It's not too bad. Put that over there. Now the reason I'm using this one to spray is because it's the only one that I've got the scanners on. And we need to make sure we use the scanners. In April, spring months, perfect time to do it. And you'll find that that stops sometimes when you've got your precision farming score, and you'll see it's like you think you've done everything, but you'll get like 98% or 99%, and it's probably because you've not scanned the field whilst you've been applying the fertilizer. Right. So, what we need to do here, we need to repair this. I mean, I was thinking we could repaint it, but that's a lot of money, so I'm just going to sell it. I think 159,000 is pretty good anyway. And yes, I know, I've sold the JCB. Crazy. We've had that for ages. We've had that since the start, but there's a good reason for it. There really is. So, let's get into the second-hand market. And you'll notice there's two tractors like this one here, this Puma. It would have been perfect. It's 123,000. It starts off at 225, but we can up it to 300 horsepower. It's a perfect tractor, but there's something better. It's the upgraded version of that JCB that we just had, and it's LSFM as well, so you know it's a good mod. Definitely. 170, 348 horsepower. We can put it up to 424 with chip tuning, which is mental. So this is definitely going to be the biggest tractor we own, but I think it's going to be justified. It's going to fly, obviously, with it being a JCB fast track. It's pretty cool, and it's got scanners on as well, so we can use it for that. Buying Gamers Edition. Oh, I do like that green edition. That's really cool, this is. You can even change the colour of the crop scanners. I mean, we could go for a red. That's pretty rare. You don't usually see many red editions. So there we go, 170,000, and we just sold that one for like 160. So to get that kind of upgrade because of the discount that it's got is just a no-brainer. What a purchase that is for the farm. Now, like I said, there is two really good tractors. The case, unfortunately, we can't get both. We could maybe upgrade another one, but I think that's just going to do the job for now. But what I want to buy is a mower setup. I want to go for a butterfly mower setup. We've already got one, obviously. We're not going to sell our mowers, the current setup we've got. But we are going to upgrade. So we've got this one here that's 15,000. It's 8.3 meters. Not bad at all. We just need to get a front mower for it. So we're going to get that as well. There we go. That's that done. And I don't think there's anything else. I mean, we do need to lease some equipment out, but let's just carry on buying stuff. We definitely need to get the front mower for that. We also need to get the header. But let's get this tractor set up with the mowers on first so we can move it out of the way. It's always good when you're actually buying stuff. You've got to the point where you've been working hard. Let me just see if I can get the right setup for this, because that's not a bad option. I think it might be that one. Yes, it is. So combinations with that is that one. So that's what we've got. Let's have a look at this JCB then. She's a beast. She's a beast. Don't think it's got all-wheel turning though. That's the only negative to this tractor. But yeah, super cool tractor though. And it's going to fly through jobs now. And this is going to be a perfect tractor for carting when we're doing them big harvests. When we're doing that big harvest, because of the fact that it's just, yeah, it's got so much more power and it can go up to 45 miles an hour. Really happy with that one. Right, so let's just leave that there. And we want to make sure we get the same header as before and get the right equipment. So let's just have a look at headers. We'll do it this way where we'll fly through and we'll eventually see the one that we've got. I think it's the V750. That one. So yeah, that's exactly what we've got. So we'll go with old stickers because of the fact it's getting on a Dominator. Right, so I've used super strength. I've just put it on the trailer, but we're going to have to leave the trailer here because we need to pick up a sprayer with a bit of fertilizer for this tractor. So we're just going to leave that there. It does fit that header trailer, which I'm quite surprised about because I actually thought, you know, it was too small. It's not the same size as the one that the other header equivalent to that one is sitting on. So yeah, I'm surprised about that, but they all do the same job technically anyway, don't they? Right, so let's get the last piece of kit, which is a sprayer. Right, so it doesn't really matter what we get here. We don't need spot spraying because we've already done the weeds. We might need it actually, though. Yeah, we should get it. We should get spot spraying thinking about it because we can just get into that grass field and quickly spray onto that. So we're going to go with this one because it's the cheapest. Lease that out at 3,700. It is very expensive. But we also need some liquid fertilizer. Now, we might have to come back for this if we don't use it all, but it's definitely going to be good to have. It's only something that I'm going to put on crop fields liquid. I'm always going to try and put slurry, manure, or solid fert on grass fields. That should be all right. 2,000 litres will do the job. It's a big field, but it should do the job. Right, so let's fill that up and let's just have a quick look to see how the guy's getting on in that field. Yeah, you can see he's still on his headland pass, so he's doing, you know, he's doing all right. Right, that's that bit done then. So we need to start sorting out where these are all going. So we'll use a bit of auto drive here, just to give us a bit of a head start, because we're going to need to set the mowers up, probably with courseplay for that. We'll make sure that we do the big crop field because it's the most important one. I mean, the cows and the sheep are doing fine at the moment. It's the wrong one. We want it to go to that one. And we're going to need a tractor that's got... yeah, that's got a PTO at the front as well. I think we should be able to get to our field. Maybe this way, but I mean, it doesn't really matter which one we go in. They've all been removed, so we'll just go to field 118 tractor weight. We'll get there. We'll get there. A lot of faffing at the moment, but it's important stuff. To buy all this equipment's important. So that's that bit done. Look at him flying at 45 miles an hour up there. Oh, that JCB is awesome. It wasn't cheap, 170,000, but look, we're still at 131,000. We've done really well there. And I pretty much made a list of stuff I wanted to buy, which is the header, a new mower setup, which is what we've got right now, which is pretty cool. Now we've got 2 mower setups as well. We've need to swap the JCB. We've done that. We've released the sprayer out. Also bought the fertilizer, so we've done that. And then we've just got the jobs now to do, which is we're replanting currently. We need to make hay for the animals because the sheep are going to need it next time round. They got really, really close this time. And we're obviously going to have more going into next winter, or this winter. So definitely need a bit more hay to tie them over. And we need to do the big crop field. So we're doing really well. We're doing really well. Right, so I just thought, because the damage on this will be a bit low, we may as well repair everything now. I know it's going to be a bit of money, but it's important to do that with this, especially with the mower as well at the back. This one's brand new, so it won't have any issues. Now, we we should be good to go. So, it's a bit of overkill. These mowers are definitely overkill. Can he even get under there? I mean, technically, just about. Yeah, what I was saying though, is a bit overkill for this field, but I mean, we've got to try out a new mower. Got to try out a new tractor, new mower setup. And to be honest, we need probably you know, that case would be perfect because it'll have PTO at the front and it'll have a better horsepower, because the other mower setup's only 100 horsepower requirement really. It's like 110, but we need a front PTO. Now I don't think, I'm just gonna have to check this out quickly. Yeah, that hasn't got front PTO. I might be able to put it on, and that one hasn't too. So these two tractors, which would be really good for the other setup, don't actually, yeah, it won't do it. So it's only the Massey and, yeah, it's only the Massey and the new JCB. It's making me think, should I go and sell like maybe the TW35 or the Renault? That is a good question. Which one do I do? Would you sell the Renault? Who I really like the Renault, and it has, I'm sure it's got a bigger capacity to go up. I think this can go up higher than 100 horsepower. We're going to keep the we have actually got this one as well. Forgot all about that. So we could use the Class, thinking about it, to put the front mower on. In fact, that is a perfect tractor for the first or original mower setup, because it's 165 front PTO, no problem at all. So these are really, at the moment, we need to find a better use for them, because I know that one there is just irrelevant because it's just on show. But we should, yeah, the TW35 is a beautiful looking tractor, 192, so great for field work. So that has its purpose. But I'm just thinking about this one. I mean, this is good for tedding, windrowing. But yeah, maybe we could just sell it. But then we'd have to spend about, well, 80,000, something like that, on getting that case. But I do like a Puma. They're, again, a really good tractor. Difficult decisions. Anyway, let's get back out in the field. We'll sort that one out in a second. Look at the size of this field. Every time I see this, it literally blows my mind. Right, so he's just sitting at that spot for some reason. I don't know why. He actually drove there. There's no collisions for him. Yeah, this is I can't wait to actually harvest this field. I think it's going to be really good. And going into the next ones as well, we should have the money to expand out quite a lot. And we keep chipping away at the loan. I personally think it's more important now to buy more fields and get this out to where we need it, so we can move on to another series eventually, you know, new map and everything like that. But I have to make this big field before I even do that. So I can't skip that goal. It has to be the end goal of the series. So I think it's more important to buy fields and then just chip away at the loans, because we know we've got the money coming in to happily repay the loan early. It doesn't need to be rushed. Right, so let's get this mower set up, activated. We're going to go and do a bit of it. It shouldn't take long at all now that we've got this proper setup. It's pretty cool, isn't it? Right, so there we go. I've put the conditioner on now, so that's working pretty cool. I was thinking I should set this up as courseplay really and go and do the fertilizer spraying, but I just wanted to try them out quickly, these mowers. I got a feeling as well, if I do set up a courseplay, it's probably going to get caught onto that. But I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll do 2 headlands. It's a very strange layer after it, but as long as we get this mowed and try and get it rowed up in some bales, the other small patch near where the cows are, I can do that in between. But let's get some hay done at least. Right, so let's just lift this up. I always think it's better to have that higher up. It probably should just be above the crop height. I imagine that's why it's like that. Never done it in real life myself. But I imagine that's what it's like, so you don't get too much spray and wastage. So the most important thing we need to do is turn on the crop scanner. I know, I'll be honest, I've forgotten this a few times. It's easily forgotten, but it is important to do. You'll see down in the mini-map there, when the precision farming data comes in for the nitrogen, you'll see like it all change about where the tractor is. That's because the scanner's on, so it's kind of readjusting. And it's supposed to be done in the spring months, so when the crop starts growing really well. It's supposed to be done then. So let's make sure we turn it on. So that I believe that's on now, because it says turn off crop scanner. So we should now start spraying. Now it's gonna, like I said, it's gonna be really difficult to judge this, because it doesn't actually change the ground texture enough while the crop's like this. So we're gonna have to use the GPS or vehicle control add-on that I use on the up and down stretches, and then just do one headland pass. I think that should be all right. So I'll stick this on a time lapse of me doing this and also managing the other jobs that are going on. We've got the mower out in the field. We've also got the guy direct seeding. We'll keep a track on all that stuff. But yeah, this is going to be an easy job. Always like the fertilizing job. It's like the last job before you harvest, and you can see the crops growing well.
Is this some kind of miracle?
Right, welcome back. This job has actually been a lot more time consuming than I actually thought it was going to be. It's a massive field, and it just goes to show that even spraying fertilizer takes a while, and I really did miscalculate the amount of liquid fertilizer I'd need. So I went back and I bought a load. I bought actually 4 more IBCs, which so it totals 5 IBCs in this episode. I think about £15,000 worth. But we've got plenty now going forward, and we're nearly done. I'm on the last few stretches, but I've also been trying to manage the other stuff. So the field we finished off when the direct seeding in the grass. I'm going to use that tractor soon after this. I think it's better to, because I'm at 95% basically on the bales, it's better to just get them sold. So I'm going to pass a bit of time at the end of the episode, get them sold, so in the next episode we can move forward into probably like May, June, depending on what's needed next. Instead of just kind of the next episode selling bales like at the first day, we might be able to go a bit more, into the future basically. But yeah, this is the most important job really, getting this nitrogen down, because after that this field's just growing, and we'll get to harvest. The harvest is going to be, it's going to be a big job. It goes. I'm really glad that I bought that second harvester now, definitely, because with a sprayer, it's, taking a bit of time, using a lot of fertilizer. It'll be good when we get the bigger field. We've expanded all the way down there. Like even just expanding that chunk there to as far as we want to go, it's going to double the field we've already got now. Never mind the extra on top of it. Even though there's less that way, it's going to be massive. But we do need like a section at the bottom. It's really important that I get a section where we put lime, we put fertilizer, herbicide, and we've just got it all close to the field, so I don't have to kind of do that traveling like I've just done. So yeah, it's a must. It's definitely a must. But I know there's a few. I was just thinking about one then. There's a few kind of like placeable buildings you can put in that just like automatic storage points for fertilizer, seeds, anything like that. So we might be able to do something like that. Try them out. But no, we've done quite a lot. It was difficult with the hay. I'm going to leave that. I'm going to do that in between this episode and the next. We'll have it all rowed up. It's just doing the baling on that L section of the field. And then the one just by the cow shed, which is really small anyway. I'll do that as well. It's not that important to do that hay. It's just I'm worried going into the winter months. We cut it fine with what the sheep could actually have from grazing. They were just getting to the point where I had to put one 10,000 litre bale in each. But then I have given the other ones another 20,000 as I was setting up for this episode. So I'm thinking that they took the big field with the most sheep in. They took an extra 30,000 litres of hay. But we're going to have more sheep. So I think they need more. So I just wanted to, cover it. Do probably, I'd say, one cut with hay. Then we'll do a small cut with silage, because we're not going to need much of that for the cows. And then we'll finish off. But if we get a third cut on that section, we'll just do some more hay. It's important that we keep processing through the wool and trying to get, the sheep to 100% productivity. We never want that to drop down, because we're making, we've got the tailor shop now, so we're making clothes. We are transferring, it's distributing over the fabric that it's making from the wool, and we're turning that into clothes. So that's going to be some really good money. And yeah, it's all going to, it's all for paying off the loans and then making this the biggest field on Court Farms. That's what we're aiming to do. So every single thing we bring in, all the silage we sell now, it's all kind of to get to that end goal of making this massive field. And that's why we're not doing contracting anymore, because our money, the amount of money that we're making from eggs, and even, and then from all the wool, the wool industry that we've got going on, and turn it into clothes. And then, silage especially is just so much more than doing any contracts. Even though contracts are really good and they started us off, I just don't think we're going to be doing many. You never know, though. If there's no jobs going on the farm and we're hit a point where we're just waiting for something, then yeah, we might do like a combination of 3 fields for silage, because then that'll be some really good money. But I think, you know, our priorities now need to be these big crop fields, the silage we own in our 2 big grass fields. But yeah, this, imagine when we get all this wheat in and we dry it out as well, the amount of money that we're going to end up turning over. I can't wait. And the same goes for the big field. Even when we've got the massive field and we've hit that goal, we've harvested it, we dried it out, I want to sell it. I want to see the money in the bank account when we finish. That's got to be the end goal. But yeah, this field's all sorted out now. If we have a look at precision farming, our score has gone up a little bit there. So nitrogen on that one's good. pH is good. So everything in this field now should be... Yeah, the only thing is it's just harvesting. So these 2 will go up because that's nitrogen pH. So they'll go up when it harvests. Same for that nitrogen. pH on that one will go up as well. So pretty much all of them will go up to full. That's great news. This one needs a bit of nitrogen because we've obviously chopped the grass in there. So they're both going to need nitrogen. But if we go back to our soil on this, we should now have tillage and soil sampling at full. And then pH and weed control, we'll sort out weed control next. And nitrogen will be one of the last things we do in this as well. So our second cut for the grass fields, which again, always going to be silage because that's what makes us money. So it's not bad at all. So let me just go and check on this guy, see how he's getting on. Pretty good. So I'll get that sorted out. I'm not going to do the baling in this one. It's just going to be some hay bales for storage. So I'm going to get it sorted out, store them away. I'll do the other section as well. But what I am going to do now is I'm going to pass a bit of time and I'll cut back in when the silage bales are ready to sell. We're going to go sell it. We're going to go sell it. And I might even sell the TW35 at the end. Because I think I like the Renault. I do like the Renault. And it's a bit different as well. You know, I've had plenty of Fords. So I'm just going to... Yeah, I'm going to go... I think I might sell this and get that case. Because I do really like that case. I think it's something I need to do. So that didn't take long at all. We're at 2 o'clock. I think we're about 11 a.m. Same in-game day. And now this is all turned into whole crop silage. So I have... It's my fault. I've mentioned it before that I need to just remove the mod that's conflicting with Maize Plus. And it is definitely the net wrap add-on and all that. So I'm going to have to remove that. But if I do it, all the bales will disappear. So it's trying to find that perfect time when we've got no bales. And I don't know if there's ever going to be. I think we're just going to have to make do that all the bales turn into whole crop. If we do grass silage, that is. Hay and everything else will be fine. Maize silage will be fine as well. It's just... Yeah, it's just this. Now, I don't know if it'd happen if I actually did it from fresh, wet grass, not... Yeah, not... the condition, because the conditioned grass just looks like what the base game grass texture does on the ground. So it could be that. It could be that it's just turned into whole crop, because that's what Maize Plus does. It turns the whole crop. You're basically, if you use Maize Plus, it changes what the grass silage bale is into whole crop, and then there's the grass silage after that. Don't ask me why. There'll be a good reason for it, but I don't know what that is. So not an issue. Just means we're making whole crop. Right, so I've got quite a few bales to pick up here. That was the first load from the field, or a new field, because I brought them over and piled them up. I'm going to have to pick up the one that's already in a pile. So that's going to be a bit of a pain, but I'm going to do it. I'm not going to stick it on a time lapse. I'm just going to do a bit of a jump cut. You can see that we're up to 196,000 already. So plenty of money in the bank account. I don't think we're ever going to be short on money again. I mean, I say that and we'll go and buy a load of fields. And we'll have hardly anything. Now, that was the best sell point. See where I've tagged? It was like £10 a bale more. But it's just too far. It's not enough to justify travelling that big a difference. So we're just going to sell it for 296 instead of 310. £390,000 in the bank account. I think we just made about, what, maybe 200k? Something ridiculous, anyway, from that silage. I can't believe we're at 390,000, sorry. It's incredible. It is. So let's repair this. We may as well repaint it, and we'll sell it for 38,000. It was good while it lasted, and to be honest, we didn't even have it that long, but it's much more important to get this case now. I'm actually really looking forward to having a case, a decent one like this. I do like a Puma, so having this at 225, yeah, the CVX 185, it is 225 horsepower. You can get the 245, which is still pretty good, but we can, like I said, we can bring it up to 300. Yeah, I mean, 30, it's not that bad for 30,000, is it? I mean, but we're just going to get the 225. That'll do us right now, but we've got a front PTO, which is good. Pretty good. Yeah, let's go with that. So, 126,000. There's a bit of extra cash, but still at 300,000. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. I think we've done really well in this episode. We've got a really fancy JCB, and we've now got this case as well, and it's conveniently right here now, so we can bring back this new header. I've bought a lot of stuff in this episode. One of the best JCBs you can have, a nice case, new header, which is bigger. We've also bought a much better mowing setup now. We've got like a proper butterfly mower, so a lot larger and quicker getting through them fields. God, I mean, there are some big strides in this episode. It's going to be great. So, last thing I want to do, with us sitting at 300,000, I think it is about time we pay off some of this loan. Right, so which one? I think we pay 50,000 off each one. I think that's probably reasonable. So 50,000 off that one, which brings it down to 182. So not bad at all. And then we'll make a 50,000 repayment from this one, which is 150. So we're just taking off 100,000 from our loan, which is really good. So we're at 182,000 with that, 150,000 with that one. It's not bad at all. And we're still sitting at £200,000. Proper happy. I'm really happy with that. 2 fancy tractors. And yeah, made a shed ton from the silage, and we'll get the second cut on that one as well and do the same again. Hopefully we'll get 3 cuts from it. And the third cut's always the best one because we sell it in January when the price is at its highest. So can't complain at that. So I'll get this back to the farm, bring back everything else. I think there's a lot of stuff scattered around the place. I'll make sure to mow that small field, kind of like a patch if anything, right by the cow shed. Get some hay done. I'll store that away as well to get it all sorted out. And yeah, I think that's about it. We'll progress a bit of time now. You never know, we could fly through to our second cut in the next episode. I'm trying to think now, but I don't think there's going to be anything else before the second cut. The field's all ready to go. That's going to be harvested around September time. Maybe a bit before with it being wheat, but yeah, maybe August, September. But yeah, I don't think there's anything else. I think it's just going to be getting the fields ready for the second cut. So if that's the case, I'll make sure to do the lime and the fertiliser, which I'll go with solid fertiliser and a spreader for these 2 grass fields here. That one's going to be a bit behind though, because it's obviously 1 growth stage behind. So could wait. I think I'm just trying to think what's best to do, because I don't want to miss getting a third cut at all. I'd rather just get a third cut on one field instead of both. So it might just be a good idea to mow the one in the next episode, the one field, and then maybe have that one laggy behind. We'll have to see. But it needed to be done. We needed to try and maximise the score, because yeah, it does have an effect on the final score. So I'll have to try and figure it out. Yeah, I mean, look at that for an upgrade. What a productive episode this has been. We've got a second-hand brand new case Puma 185. We've got a second-hand brand new fast track. That is the big one. It's the big one. It's not the small fast track. It's the 8330. I remember then. I forgot the name of it. But yeah, 8330. And we've got a much better setup when it comes to mowers now. I think that actually is the most productive episode I've ever had for equipment wise and taking a step up. We've, you know, since that last year, year 3 going into year 4, obviously we've been doing really well for money. We've got an actual fleet now when it comes to harvesters. We've got 2, both the same size. We've even upgraded the header size, so we've got 2 7.5 meter headers on that. And yeah, we've improved on our tractors now. We've got the Renault. We've got the Class, which is obviously really good for pretty much everything. It's a cracking tractor. We've now got this case and a JCB. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. I'm probably forgetting one already. But I know we had the TW35 that we sold. But yeah, this is definitely the most productive episode. So, like I said, in the next one, I'll focus on seeing what comes first, really. But we're going to progress time. That was going to be my focus. And I imagine we'll be doing a second cut. The grass fields. Got to bring that cash in, got to pay off that loan, and we've also got to get enough money in the bank account so we can, after the harvest, going into our next time around in year 5 when we need to start planting in the winter crop again. So at the end of the year 4, we need to try and buy as many fields as possible to expand out. So we'll see where we're at, but the main aim is making money to do that. But I think on that note, I am going to leave the video there. Thanks for watching. Really do appreciate it every time. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give the video a thumbs up because that does help me out. And if you're new to the channel and you've enjoyed it, hit that subscribe button for more videos just like this one on Farming Simulator. See ya.